It's your host, Holly, and it's time for a little teaser talk. I would say welcome to Florida, but you guys are like home base kind of, right?
Yes, although what's crazy, this is my first time in Daytona ever.
No way.
We're from Tallahassee. He lives in Nashville now, but I'm still in Tallahassee, and I've never been to Daytona. You've been here.
I have. I've been to a race here.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I see the shirt there. It's very NASCAR of you.
Yeah.
I love it. So you guys are playing in just a few hours. After nearly 2 decades as a band, does the excitement before a big festival hitting the stage, does it hit the same as it did back then, or is it slightly evolved or changed over the years?
I mean,
it depends on, it for me, it kind of depends on the festival.
Yeah.
Like some of the, we've never played Welcome to Rockville. We played other like Danny Wimmer festivals, but they're always like feel like very big and like a big deal. So it's it is a little, it's always exciting to play these types of festivals.
So, there's bands playing from all over the world, not just the U.S., but all over the world here. But again, you guys are here from Florida. So I've got a question for you guys. What's the most Florida thing about being a band from Florida?
Well, I play barefoot usually.
Interesting.
And that feels pretty Florida.
Yeah.
I think so.
I feel like that would be a Florida. I'm from Oklahoma, so I wouldn't. I don't play, but if I were, I would probably wear shoes. So.
Yeah, and that kind of evolved from when I was like in high school. I would just wear flip-flops or sandals all the time, and I was playing music, and I would play. I never liked wearing shoes, so I would play in flip-flops and sandals. But that's kind of
it's too Florida.
It's too Florida. So I would just kick them off.
Too
and
young
to
be that Florida, right?
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that's maybe the biggest thing.
Awesome. Well, the 20th anniversary Trilogy project is such a cool way to celebrate the brand's legacy. And it's interesting because it's a way of also creating new music. So I'm curious, like, why did you guys go that approach versus the more nostalgic approach of celebrating that big milestone?
I don't know, really. We just kind of, we were at the point where we were, gearing up to go into the studio and record new music.
Yeah.
And sort of had the realization that this new album or whatever it was going to be would be coming out, at our 20-year anniversary as a band. So we just felt like, why don't we, go for something bigger, try to do like a 3 sort of album project kind of thing. And, if not now, then when? Just kind of felt like the right time to take a big swing like that,
Congratulations, by the way. 20 is a big number.
Yeah, it's wild. It's very wild.
You guys started when you were like, what, 6 or something?
Well,
yeah,
sounds right.
That math is about correct. A lot of fans are saying that the newer songs feel like classic Mayday Parade emotionally, but with a fresh energy and urgency. Was connecting with that more up-tempo something you guys intentionally did, or did it just come out in true Mayday Parade style?
More or less. I mean, a lot of times we kind of have these conversations of, what are we trying to do? Like, what do we want to accomplish? What do we want this to sound like? But at the end of the day, we always wind up with a bunch of songs that we come in with.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the biggest, whatever songs we feel the strongest about are going to get recorded. So no matter what you sort of try to set out to do, the songs kind of dictate what happens, and so, yeah.
Yeah, we really are just pulling from the material that everyone brings. Each member writes and brings in material. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, as Derek said, we can talk all day that we want to have like a vision for this album or whatever, but we at the end of it, we're never going to be like, well, we like this song more, but we're not going to record it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that would totally make sense. After all these years, what's one Mayday Parade song that hits you guys differently now than whenever you guys first wrote it?
Differently than...
Yeah, what hit you differently?
I mean, I guess maybe the obvious one is Jamie All Over. That's like our biggest song.
Yeah.
And I feel like it took a while, even after that album came out, for that to kind of be established. Like, it was always a strong song, but it didn't really feel like the song until, I want to say like 10 years in,
That's an interesting question because I'm trying to think of any like song that we play that my idea of it has changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I don't know. I've always loved the song "Hard to Be Religious" that we have, but I've always loved that song.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's tough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, there's like a little fly thing. So I was like, is it gonna get you guys or not
Oh,
get you
the
guys?
Is
love
that
bug.
love bug? We got love bugs. There aren't as many of those these days.
There isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of them here. So I
Yeah.
guess love is in the air with all this music around here,
That's
right?
right.
Blame It on the Youth, it feels very reflective while still carrying on that emotional punch that your fans love or the fans love. When you guys look back at the younger versions of yourself starting the band, what would surprise you the most about where you guys are at now?
I mean,
The fact that we're here.
right, yeah. The fact that we're still here doing it. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I don't know that I even had the thought of,
Yeah.
maybe this is a career.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll still be doing this in 20 years. It was kind of just we loved playing music. We loved going to shows. We loved going to Warped Tour,
Yeah.
and we just wanted to do that. Um, and well, in fact, we did our 20-year anniversary tour last year, and I found an old interview from us when we were probably about 20 years old or so, where Brooks mentions like, well, we're not going to be doing this when we're 40,
A
and-
little bit old.
yeah,
Well, we're 26,
and
but
Yeah. I mean,
we got 14 years.
we'll see.
so I think, more than anything, just the fact that it's become, an established career. We've been able to take it this far and this
Yeah.
long.
That's amazing. You guys have known each other. I'm not trying to make us sound old. I say us because I feel like we're all the same age. But you guys have known each other since before the band even existed, which is very rare in music, especially staying together as
Right.
long as you guys have. How important is it that friendship has been in surviving over 20 years together in an industry where so many bands burn out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a huge part of us still being here doing it. I can't imagine someone leaving and someone else coming in.
Yeah.
Feels like, we know each other so well. And the fact that we did kind of grow up together, most of us met each other when we were, high school. Brooks, I met in middle school and we started playing music together. And um, so I feel like we were all kind of looking for those other people
Yeah.
that wanted to do this. And when this band first started, from the very first practice, it was kind of like that magic moment of like, oh my God, like this is what I've wanted since I was like 11 years old,
Yeah.
of like, this is the group, like this is the band,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just felt like that since the beginning.
And it's interesting you said that you guys like grew up together too. So you guys know how each other operates, you know what triggers somebody, what doesn't, how,
Yeah.
Better or worse.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with, let's see, tonight in Rockville, there are going to be fans who discovered you guys through a lesson in romantics, standing next to younger fans who discovered you guys maybe in TikTok or, streaming services or the newer singles. What's it like seeing those eras collide in a huge audience or crowd like you guys going to see tonight?
I mean, I feel it's incredibly rewarding. It's like one of the most one of
That's
the
what
things.
you want.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, to look out and see, because obviously the fan base has grown
Yeah.
with us. And when we first started doing this, it was mostly younger people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those people have grown with us, but then there's still young people, or even, a lot of people have kids of their
Yep.
own that they bring to shows now. And it's a really beautiful thing. We're
Awesome.
so grateful for that.
Absolutely. Well, before we wrap up, we asked Mayday fans over Instagram to send in some questions. And honestly, some of those questions are probably going to take you guys back. And as much as we wanted to feature all questions, I know that you guys have a very tight schedule. So we're going to do like a rapid fire of the top questions that we received. Is
Okay.
that cool with you guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Beautiful. Okay. So first question is from the Gringo. I'm gonna have to I'll just tag people in the comments instead of having to read out all these Instagram handles.
Yeah.
What was being screamed before the last chorus in Worth 1,000 Words?
Screamed before the last chorus.
Yes.
of Worth a Thousand
I
Words?
have no idea. I would have to listen to it.
Unsolved Mysteries.
I'm trying to
What album is
that's a B-side from Monsters in the Closet. And I can't hear what
Yes.
is in
I
there.
can't even hear what that song is.
Yeah, we have to come back
Okay.
to you
We're
on
gonna
that.
leave that one as
That's a
Unsolved
good detailed
Mysteries.
question.
It really was. I saw that. I was like, damn, that was like one of the first questions we received. So I was like, they were waiting. They were hot on it.
Yeah.
As soon as that opportunity opened up. Did you think that Jamie All Over would be as popular as it is now when you first wrote released it?
We first, no.
No, yes. I mean, we kind of touched on it earlier, but
Yeah.
like, it felt like a strong song on
Yeah.
the album, and obviously we decided to put it as the opener
Yeah.
on the album. But no, I mean, I think I probably would have thought Jersey maybe, or
Yeah, at the time, right? Or Black Cat, or when I go home.
right. Yeah, When I Go Home was the first single, and I think that was kind of like, oh, that's going to be the song.
Yeah.
You know.
It's interesting how like you think this is gonna be it, but then the fans are like, haha, this one's
Well, and
it.
time too.
Yeah.
I always think that's so interesting how like time changes things in
Mhm.
perception of a song. You know,
It's very true. What song would you want to play live that you haven't played live in years? Love You.
what's the? Oh no, Walk on Water or Drown.
Walk
We
on
haven't
Water
played
Drown.
that one in a minute, and
Yeah.
I run through it in my head a lot.
Yeah, that's a good. We'll be playing. Yeah, next year. Oh, we might be playing it next.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorites. There's a song called "The Problem with the Big Picture Is That It's Hard to See." It was kind of for the 10-year of our first EP. It was like an extra song that we
Mhm.
recorded, and we played it a little bit when it first came out, but we haven't played it in a long time. And it's just one of my favorite songs of ours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next question is, what are the band's thoughts on AI generated music?
It's pretty lame.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like for all the things that AI has the potential to
Yeah.
do, creating art and
Mhm.
music. That seems like that should be a human
Yeah,
Yeah.
effort.
yeah. It's tough because I mean, I like I've used AI in other capacities, and I know that that's probably still infringing on some other
Yeah.
something else, some other bit of humanity or whatever. So it feels like hypocritical for me to be like, well, not in music, but
But everywhere else that I use it.
right. But yeah, it is. It's just troubling. You know,
Yeah.
you're like right now it feels like you can sort of tell the difference, but obviously it's getting increasingly hard to tell.
Yeah.
But it also kind of like shows you there's still some time or like I don't know if I've been truly like full where I'm like, oh wow, that's a really heartfelt lyric or that's a really unique melody or
Yeah.
something, and then come to find out like, oh no, that's
Mm.
AI generated. So I don't know to see.
Yeah. It is interesting because, like you said, you can tell now, but remember AI videos back in the day, they were all like
Yes.
glitchy and weird. And now it's like, whoa, that's scary.
Right. Give it a few years.
Yeah.
But to
Things
like
keep
be able to
changing.
form like good analogies or metaphor, I mean,
Yeah.
like really touch on human emotion.
Yeah.
That it'll be honestly, I feel like when AI can do that, then we have other issues
Yeah.
probably that they can understand us better than ourselves.
I do feel like though the one thing that you guys as life human beings have again advantage over AI is AI can't perform live music, right? AI is not here at Rockville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Next question is, what songs will you guys never get tired of playing?
I don't know, but there's any songs for the most part that I get tired, because I mean, Jamie All Over, we've played it, I think, every single show since that song was released.
Yeah,
But I always love playing it.
that's good.
I don't know if I love Plain Miserable at best, but that might be the only one.
That's the one that you cry yourself to sleep at night. And we're like, I just don't want to play that song.
Well, it's just a long song,
Yeah.
and it's kind of boring, and I don't know, and yeah, everyone else gets to go.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you're like.
they get to walk off stage and
Yeah.
go to the bathroom,
Actually,
drink water.
I don't like it because it interrupts the set. Like you
I
kind of
see.
just want to be in the flow.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, then I'm curious. Is like, why do you guys play that one?
Oh, 'cause-
Well, it's like our
For the
it's
fans,
up there as our
yeah.
third or whatever most popular
You guys do it
song.
for the fans. It's very dedicated. We appreciate
Well,
that.
especially
Yeah.
like you hear or like you'll see comments. We hear from longtime fans that have seen us for forever, and they're like, why do you keep playing Miserable at Best? And then you read comments of like, oh, I wish you would play Miserable,
Yeah.
like, so that there's the fans out there that have never seen us and they want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next question is, do you have anything planned for Jamie Oliver turning 21 this year?
Um, Not necessarily. We don't know. We're still kind of figuring out.
Still
There's some
maybe
things
B-Day
cooking.
plans
There's
in
some things
store.
cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it. How does Mayday Parade pick the set list for their 20th anniversary tour? Which songs from each album?
It was pretty much just like the most popular songs. I mean, on that tour, it's a lot. That's the longest set we've ever played.
Yeah,
So and with so many albums and EPs and everything, you're pretty limited to like 2, maybe 3 songs per album.
yeah,
So it doesn't really make sense to do like the deep cuts,
yeah.
like you're gonna play the most popular songs
You're
off
like,
of each
this is the
album.
anniversary tour. We're playing songs that you guys do not know
Yeah,
or do not remember.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, one last question for you guys. So this is teaser talk. We like to end our episodes with a tease that fans could get excited for or look forward to. What's something that we can tease fans with without giving too much away?
Yes. Well, kind of what you touched on earlier, next year, 2027 will be the 20-year anniversary of our first album, A Lesson in Romantics. And we're in the process of figuring out, what we can do to celebrate that, to make it special.
Yeah.
And there's, we don't really even know yet for sure what all that means, but we've had many, too many conversations on the best way to do that and to celebrate that. So hopefully, we get it right and do
Nice.
something that's special and feels good for everybody. And it's going to be a big moment, hopefully. Yeah.
And we also have new music coming out. We're releasing a new record, or the third installment.
Yep.
This trilogy.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Yeah. A lot of stuff. We've been busy.
You guys
Yeah.
have been busy.
Yeah.
We keep saying we'll slow down a little bit here and there, but then we keep piling it on. So
It's like that momentum keeps you guys going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is super awesome. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out, not just with me, but also with the fans, and appreciate you answering all those questions, and looking forward to seeing you guys on stage this evening. I already took my ibuprofen so my elder emo self can stay up that late and hang out with you guys.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you guys.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Teaser Talk. Head over to teasertalk.com to subscribe so you don't miss out on another episode. Until next week, keep rocking.